top of the morning to you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We're looking at the gorgeous Amy, and we've got Andrea in the background. A 231193 is what you're looking at, but frankly, the cardigan just stands out. Look at how gorgeous the scalloping detail is on that, and then kind of the marbled tonal buttons that you're seeing there, and then even all of the stitches tell a story. There aren't any pockets on this. It's completely streamlined. I love it. I think I'm wearing, you said the chambray. I'm wearing the chambray. I can put the green on, and I will in a second. I was wearing green all morning just to say top of the morning to you, Barry Cullen.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Nice to see you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So this is Old Home Week because we finally get to see each other like once a year, or actually a couple times a year.
Oh, that's right, for Rose and Truly
exactly.
as well.
And Barry brings us the gorgeous Aran craft, and these are 100% merino wool. And I gotta just share with you that I have on a short sleeve top, so this is against my skin, and it is so super soft. That's the secret of merino wool. It's got all of the great stuff that we love about wool, meaning it keeps us warm, but it also doesn't overheat us. It's kind of temperate when we need it to be, and then warm when we need it to be. But it doesn't have any of the bad stuff, which is the scratchiness sometimes, or the heaviness sometimes.
The older style wools, this is a different creature altogether. They even said that Louis XIV of France, the Emperor of France, used to have his underwear made out of merino wool. So
and was this the kind?
Is this the same kind?
This is the same kind. If you're going to have underwear made out of wool, you got to have it be merino wool. Exactly. And you are actually holding, before I asked for the tour, you're actually holding what we're calling the natural, which is the one that Amy had on, which you can see all the details in the natural. We'll go through that in one second, but I want to share with you colors. Light jade green, and I can pop that on in a second. For, of course, St. Patrick's Day. It's a beautiful green.
It's a slightly softer green than like a Kelly green, if that's your thing. It's kind of more muted, more kind of pastel.
Absolutely, it's like a new grass green, with a little bit of warmth to it. And then we also move into the gorgeous medium violet. And that's like a princess violet color.
And this shows off one of the other beautiful features of merino wool. It's fantastic at holding color and adhering and dyeing so well.
And then when I said there's almost kind of marbleized buttons that match the color, look at how pretty and how beautiful each one of these are. They're gorgeous.
And the nice thing about the pearlescence in it catches all of the natural variations that you see in the wool, because it's a natural fiber. You're going to see a certain, if you look closely at it, you'll see a certain little variations, almost like you see in the Connemara marble.
Yes, in each one, even though it's a solid color, you will still see variations. And then I love this because this is always my wheelhouse, melon orange. Oh, hi, we sold out.
I was just about to say what or not.
It's gone. We just put this on the hanger. We were like, oh, and now we don't have those. But we do have the gray, and this charcoal gray is super exquisite.
It's a beautiful. It's like it actually is a marled one. If you look really closely, it's actually a combination of a darker and a lighter gray together.
It's translating on TV. You can see it.
And it matches the variations you can see on the buttons as well.
A little quieter, but you still see that variation.
But I find colors like this is one that you can really dress up.
And then we also have your gorgeous pink. Pretty in pink. So can you see this with a wonderful like starched white blouse underneath it? Maybe you have on a black skirt on the bottom. You're thinking spring, and maybe you want to pop color underneath. You absolutely may. And then we also have finally the aqua, but I'm just going to show two colors. So the aqua is the one that Barry's holding. I'm wearing the chambray. So here's how you see the difference. The aqua is a little bit
it's a more marled color as well,
and a little bit of a truer blue. Mine gets into the periwinkle family.
Exactly.
So your sizes on this extra small to extra large in general. I'm actually wearing the small and 5'9". I always like to just give you kind of what I'm wearing. But shall we do a tour on this?
Sure.
Because, you know, first of all, if somebody doesn't know Aran Craft, what should they know about your company? And of course, your third generation.
So it was started by my grandmother, Molly Cullen, in 1957. So this year we're actually celebrating our 60th anniversary.
Congrats!
Of the company. So that was continued on by my father, Paul, and John Cullen, who, of course, you all know he's been presenting on QVC with you for 25 years.
Yes.
But actually this year he's actually retired.
Aww. So you're taking over.
I'm taking over.
You're just stepping into some big shoes, let me tell you.
So the company is now being continued on by myself and my brother Niall.
And I think we have a picture of your mom. I know we're going to do details. But
my
do we have a
grandmother,
picture of your grandmother?
I think we do. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. But I do want to share with you that there's always a story behind each sweater. And one of the details on this that's super exquisite is the scalloping right off the top on the sleeves and on the base.
So what we tried to do with this is to kind of echo the idea of the traditional Irish lace, with this kind of pointelle style, which is these. If you see these kind of small holes, what they do is they lighten up the hem of the garment, so it does a little bit of a flow and a flair to it. So it's not going to be something that it clings fast to you. It's got a bit of swing and movement in it. But what it also creates is this beautiful scallop shape here. So that's reminiscent of the seaside, where you'd find a scallop shell on the beach.
Sure.
And it's all kind of tying back to kind of the west coast of Ireland, where this style of stitching would have been traditionally used in work garments that was worn by fishermen. So it's all kind of like harkening back to that kind of.
That kind of history.
So that kind of history, exactly.
Can I just share with you that, again, also that it almost looks like scalloping or kind of a whip stitching. It gives the image of like a whip stitch all along the V-neck line that goes into this button placket, but it's not smooth either. I mean,
it's actually a little fisherman's cable that we have going along the placket.
I love it. It's a fisherman's cable.
You can see it's just like this one going along here. And so that was always to signify the tools of the fishermen and the good wishes for a bountiful catch and plentiful catch.
Bountiful catch and plentiful catch. And I love, obviously, that these are vertical north-south, so it's very elongating. And Barry was just saying that there was a little bit of swing to it. So it squares off at the shoulder, nips in under the bust line, and gives a little bit of release. So you don't have something that's, so tight to you that there's no kind of ease, there's no movement. This does have a little swing to it. You can see the scalloping on the back as well. All of that cable detail, the stitch detail in the back as well. And how long does it take to make each individual sweater?
Oh, it can vary dramatically it actually depends on the combination of the stitches going across, because you either have to take a stitch or drop a stitch depending on.
Okay.
So and actually when you get down to this part here, because there's such intricate detail, this actually takes almost as long as the rest of the garment.
The body.
Yeah.
So what Barry was saying, I know we're on Amy right now, is that do you see that little hemline that we're looking at, where the scallop detail is so intricate that scallop detail on the bottom takes about as long as it does to
that is all
create
one
the
knitted
body.
piece. It's not attached. This is all knitted down in one piece.
Oh, look how pretty that is. And Amy's showing you the ease. She's got a V-neck. You can see the V-neck. And Amy, do you have a piece on underneath? Are you wearing this like a... She's got a little camisole underneath. But frankly, this is super smooth. And if you've ever thought, wool, itchy, not going to do it, jump in and try it. These are always extraordinarily popular. We've sold over 10,000 of this particular style. 700 of these have been spoken for. $27.13 gets this home. We've got more that just arrived. We do have that new color, which is the soft pink, is the brand new color. Andrea is wearing this in the chambray, which is the same color that I'm wearing. And I want to just let you know that if you feel like buying more than one, please do. I was saying to Barry that I own probably 3 or 4 of these in various styles. So I've got a button-up. I have one that's over the head, and I have one that's a little longer, and I wear them all throughout the year. There isn't really a time that I kind of pull my Aran Craft wool sweaters away. I don't, because I feel like at some point I might be going on a plane, even if it's in the middle of the summer, or I'm very cold. I'm always cold.
It's also something you can just throw over your shoulders.
I can throw it over my shoulders, and it's perfection. And if you're just joining us, we want to give you a crack at this, because I know we've got 18 hours of Irish programming today. Lots of sweaters on the day, but this is the one that is kind of one of the most distinctive, simply because we had the long duster before. That was distinctive because of its length. This is distinctive because
with the lacing, it's the only style.
Of the scallop detail that makes it so extraordinary. So the cabling detail obviously always has a story. I'm going to share with you colors because I know we're getting close. So that's that new pink. That's the new color that just arrived. This is starting to get limited. fewer than now 100 to go around. Here's this extraordinary lavender, which I mean, if you can buy more than, we're calling it medium violet. If you wanted to buy a couple and maybe you wanted to buy a neutral and a
Easter
color.
I think this one.
For Easter, we're thinking for Mother's Day, these are perfect for worship. They're perfect for work. You know, if you've got a day that you can wear, we always say it's kind of casual Friday. A lot of people are wearing regular cardigans, but this is something that's so much more dressed up.
It's a little bit, it's easy to dress up as well, I think.
Super special. This is the green. I've been wearing green all morning, and I'll probably pop this on because Dan's about to present our today's special value, and I'll sit in my green. So this is the gorgeous green, which is like a new spring green.
Yes.
It's not your deep forest green.
It's softer than your Kelly green.
Yes, it's light jade green. It's absolutely welcoming. The natural is extraordinarily popular, easy to match with everything.
It's the classic Aran color as well.
That's what we love. Pay no attention to the orange that we have here because that one's sold out, but we do still have your charcoal color. And this is so pretty. And remember, on 4 easy payments, $27.13 gets this home for you to try. And you've got 30 days to love it or return it, always. Barry Cullen, I know you're going to be here throughout the day.
Yeah, will be.
Top of the morning to you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And now I'm going to change into a green sweater, and I'm going to pass it off to Dan because he has our best find of the day.
All right, we're down to 15 minutes left in the show. Guys, I still need this career, okay?
We'll do the best we can.
And working with you two, there's a good shot at me being unemployed in the morning.
Be very afraid, Mr. Hughes.
Today is somewhat about beautiful and gorgeous products. More so, it is about the emotion, the kinship, the love, and the friendship that comes from meeting some of these extraordinary individuals that have been part of our family for so many years. Today is our 28th St. Patrick's Day. You are going to see at today's special value, there's a hint of it in the window, that is true friendship, two completely separate and wonderful companies working their magic together for the very first time. Stay with us. You'll feel Ireland. Since midnight last night, over 7,000 people have been on the phone lines to purchase today's special value unlike anything we have ever done. And we have done more than our fair share, we hope,